Hey, what's up, SML family? Welcome to the Prime edition of the SML podcast. And I just wanted to say that, once again, I only uploaded one of these and then I stopped. And we've been kind of not very consistent with our podcast uploading. So I wanted to give at least maybe an every other day podcast. So whether that's me and Field doing podcast or just me, I just felt like, if I can do some short little podcasts, it'll help bring some more content to the YouTube channel. So starting today going forward, you're going to see a lot more Prime editions of the SML podcast. That doesn't necessarily mean that Field's going away or anything like that. That just means that, it's easier for me just to hop up on the mic and talk for 5-6 short minutes than finding, our schedules and meeting up and doing that. So anyway, I just want to get that off my chest. I did do an SML survey, and a question was brought up of the parity in the SML, meaning the same guys are winning large amounts of games. And I think that, yes, that is true. You got the Dolphins, you have the Panthers, you have the Seahawks, Steelers, you have me, who, are always in the top few seeds. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, like if you compare it to real life, and that's what we're trying to emulate here is real life gameplay wise. Looking at the NFL, you had from like 2004 onward, Manning, Brady, and Roethlisberger dominated the AFC for years, 3 teams. And then when Manning went to the Broncos, it was Manning, Brady. It was just Manning and Brady actually, but and then only 1 year from like 2004 until 2017 has another quarterback from the AFC gone to the Super Bowl, and that's Joe Flacco. And he actually beat Manning and Brady in that playoff run. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't really think parity is an issue in our league. This is our 5th season now, I believe, and I've won the Super Bowl twice. The Panthers have won the Super Bowl once, and the Dolphins have won the Super Bowl once. So that's out of 4 possible seasons, we have 3 different owners. So that's pretty impressive going into our 5th year now. With that being said, what's interesting is in the AFC playoff race, only 6 teams can make it. You have 16 teams in each conference, but just looking at just a brief image of it, you have 10 teams within one game. Or, all within one game, at least one game out of the 6th seed. And that's very impressive, meaning the 10th seed is one game away from tying the 6th seed in the playoff race. So with that being said, I feel like although, you have your teams that are consistently winning at the top, you're constantly getting different teams in the playoffs, such as the Broncos, who they weren't anywhere, and now they're 8-2. They're, second in the conference, or tied for first in the conference now in the AFC. And, the Broncos weren't really thought of this season before. And whereas the Dolphins last year, they came out of nowhere and won a Super Bowl. It's not right to punish somebody. So let's say the Panthers, they consistently win. As long as they're being being a good sport, following the rules, I can't punish somebody for necessarily being winning because it's only natural that if we find a replacement, their replacement could be just as good. They could win 13 games, and at that point, anything can happen in the playoffs. That's why the Panthers, who routinely win at least 13 games in the regular season, only have 1 Super Bowl, and we're going to be in our 5th season. So, I can see where somebody would be coming from, saying that the same teams are kind of making the playoffs, but that's not necessarily true. The Bengals would be in the playoffs for the first time this year. The Broncos and the Raiders they're right now the top 6 seeds in the AFC, and all those teams would be the first, their first playoff appearance in the SML. And, so that's half of the AFC. Looking at the NFC, you got the Panthers, Seahawks, Giants, Bucks, Cowboys, and Bears. This would be the Bears' first playoff appearance, and the Vikings are also very close. And then you have the Saints and Lions, who are also trying to get their first playoff appearance. So I would say that it's very competitive. You're always going to have your teams who are going to find ways to, make the top 2 seeds. And that's only natural. That's how it is in real life. A good example would be the Patriots, just a model of consistency. But as a commissioner, I can't do anything for Parody. That's just, it is what it is. I think that we have the SML right now is as talented and is as tough as it's ever been, and I could only foresee it getting tougher in the future. I think that we have a good mix of guys. We have some guys that have been playing for Madden for 10 years, and we have some guys who have been playing for 2 to 3 years, and I think that really helps bring the guys who are not really big into Madden maybe up, bring their skill level up. And you see these teams who are maybe getting beat pretty bad, early on in our Madden 17 cycle, now starting to get 9 wins, pushing to 12 wins and winning convincingly. And I think that's just, that's just help aiding everybody, making it more competitive. And that's just my opinion on it. Like I said, these videos aren't going to be too long, or these podcasts aren't going to be too long, really. Let me know what you guys think. I think that parody isn't really an issue. I could see where one of our SurveyMonkey poll answers could get that, but I respectfully disagree on that. So guys, let me know what you think. Go ahead and maybe shoot me a DM or just comment on this YouTube video. You guys take it easy, and I'm out.